Welcome to Rassle Rock with Rick Connor,
Fat and talentless!
Matt Flowers,
Give me what I want!
Mark Horbacher,
Is that okay, 2019?
and Corey Castle.
Tell everybody that you love them. So enjoy your life.
You're such a hippie.
Hey, everybody, what's going on? Welcome to another edition of Rassle Rock. I'm Rick Connor. Today, yeah, man, it's another kind of a slow news week.
It's more business news, I guess, now.
Yeah.
With they had their whole quarterly earnings statement, and they got into the network, and it looks like the network's a failure.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's the best way to put it in, like, I guess, layman's terms. They are only expecting, they have 1.43 million subscribers, and they're only expecting to go to 1.47 by WrestleMania time, which is basically the same. Their Super Bowl. Turn this up a little bit more. Still adjusting this. Trying different settings with the mic. And now there are a lot of rumors that they're going to be either changing the network as we know it, which I think that tiered system, which they talked about a while back, which we talked, is going to come into play, and I think you're going to have to start paying for pay-per-views again.
Yeah, which is really going to suck.
Or the big rumor, and it was kind of neat thing What Culture thinks they're going to shut the whole network down entirely. Brian Alvarez, which I was listening to today, thinks what's going to happen is possibly, which this is what sounds more likely to me, is WrestleMania will end up being free. And like they'll get a large network, probably Fox or someone like that, to pay for it.
Yeah.
And then they'll make their money off advertising hits and the payoff from Fox to even air it. So they'll make more money doing it that way, which then, does that eliminate people from subscribing to the network? Because now a lot of us pay $10 a month so we can see the pay-per-views, and then WrestleMania is only $10. Now, if it's given for free, what's the incentive to really follow the network unless you're like a hardcore fan who likes watching stuff from the 80s, like Matt or something like that?
You can see all the history of stuff, and they have they have some original programming. None of it's like really, blowing anybody out of the water. But I mean, there's some stuff on the network, and you can see like past stuff. Like you can see all last year's pay-per-views. You can see pay-per-views from the 80s and stuff like that. But I mean, you can do that with DVDs and stuff too. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know. And like with the network, if you start charging for pay-per-views again, like that's just going to piss everybody off. And the people are just going to be like, all right, well, I guess I'm not watching pay-per-views anymore. Because pay-per-views aren't drawing that big now anyway.
Yeah, the only thing I watch it for the pay-per-views in NXT, like I said, and the whole thing with NXT being on Wednesdays now, I can't watch NXT till midnight Thursday, which that's already bugging me when it comes to the network, because I used to, I would work, I always work Wednesday nights. When I get home like 2 o'clock in the morning, 3 o'clock in the morning, and to relax before I go to bed, I would put NXT on, which back then was only an hour, watch NXT and go to bed. Now I have to wait a day later. It's an hour and 40 minutes long now.
Yeah.
And I see myself forcing myself to watch it now instead of just racing home to watch it on Wednesday nights. And if they take the pay-per-views off, then what's the incentive for me to watch it? That's I'm just looking at it as mine. Like I said, there's guys like Matt who's obsessed with 1993 for some reason. He watches all the content from like the early 90s, right before the entire Attitude Era really kicked in and all that, which is a very strange era.
It was strange, but I think that was just his time, like when he was a kid watching it, when he really started getting into it. Like I have the same thing with the 85 to 89, like a little bit of 1990 as well. It's like that's when I was like super into it, and I was buying all the merchandise, and super into Jake Roberts and Hogan and all that other stuff.
Yeah.
So it's probably just a nostalgia thing for him. But as far as the network, I mean, you have like the NXT takeovers and stuff like that. But I mean, if the network just up and went away, well, Another thing I was hearing was that the WWE is trying to buy some more stuff. Like, they would charge extra for Evolve stuff, and they're going looking to Chikara and stuff like that.
Yeah, I guess that's cool, which if you're like a hardcore fan, like, I saw the Evolve pay-per-view. They were okay, most of the guys coming out of there. Chikara I've never seen, so that would be interesting to watch.
Mm-hmm.
But my whole problem is, we were joking about it last week, I don't even have enough time to watch all the AEW stuff. I don't watch TNA. I haven't even seen, not TNA, NWA.
NWA.
It hasn't even been popping up in my feed anymore on YouTube. So
yeah, that's what, like, it's like, oh yeah, I haven't watched that yet. No, it's just not doing it anymore. It's still out there.
Yeah.
You just have to search for it.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
Because I didn't even know what was going on with that.
Mm-hmm.
And then, I don't have cable right now, so I only have internet, which that's the only other reason why I have the network.
Mm-hmm.
I acquire SmackDown and Raw when I need to. I guess that's cool for people like hardcore fans, but like, if they take the pay-per-views away from us and they start charging again, or they even make the big four, which I don't see WrestleMania being the main package. I see it as being the big four. If they're going to do what they think, what Alvarez thinks, which actually makes a lot of sense if you really look at it. If you could do WrestleMania and you could do it free, and instead of 1.47 million viewers watching it, maybe the first year it's 3 or 4 million. 3 or 4 million plus advertising rates, plus the buyout. WWE's going to make close to the money they used to make per every WrestleMania before they went to the network in 2014. I see them doing that for all the big four. The Rumble and SummerSlam and Survivor Series. I see them doing that. At least the Rumble, SummerSlam, and Mania. Those three. But do you see, like, to me, like I said, then it takes the incentive for me to even watch the network now. So then what do? I'm going to be doing what I do because I work, the venues some nights when the shows are on. Like I worked an EDM show on Friday, which I've never seen that many people on drugs. It was a crazy dubstep show. I couldn't even tell you the DJs. But like I had to watch SmackDown in clips. And then the whole thing was like, I watched it, it was like, wow, SmackDown stinks right now.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm going to have to do with NXT. I'm going to have to start watching just the clips, which I don't want to because I think that's the best product in wrestling right now. But if
watching it in clips really takes away from it.
If they take the big four away, at least there's no incentive for me to be paying $10 a month for the network.
No.
So that's really crazy. And then the stock's down to $42. I'm waiting for it to drop down to at least like $25. Daddy's going to start buying some WWE stock. I'm going to buy some because I know if that projection hits, if Fox buys, that stock's going to shoot through the roof.
Yeah.
And it's going to be back to like $56. And I'll make some money.
I was wondering about that. Like, how low should we wait? And is it going to go back up? I don't know. I think that whole thing was a bad idea to begin with, just going into publicly trading stuff, because it just kind of wrecked the product a little bit. And now anybody gives a crap about his money.
Oh, it's all bottom line.
I mean, it's always been like that, but I mean, even more so now. It's like now we got to answer to stockholders. You know what I mean? Shareholders.
My whole thing, and this is like real like nerd talk, like financial nerd talk. Because I wish I had Ed on here because that would be fantastic for this because that's his bread and butter. He's a Fox School business major, and he buys and sells currency. So basically, he day trades currency, but he also buys stocks. This is what he would love. He would be like all in talking about this. I'm waiting for the XFL.
That's tonight.
If the XFL tanks, that stock's dropping.
Yeah.
And then it's basically like, I just need to buy so much in their stock. I'm thinking it'll probably go down to $20, $25. Buy so much of that stock and then just sit on it. And then when Fox turns around and goes, yeah, we're going to buy the major pay-per-views, whoop, through the roof.
Yeah.
And I'm going to sell, and then I'm going to buy me some nice stuff. And at least pay off one of my credit cards. Either one.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to own one. I'm going to own one stock.
One stock.
Just to say I own WWE. I tried to do that with Marvel, and Disney bought Marvel right before I had a chance to do it.
Oh, really?
Marvel was going down the tubes back then, and I was trying to buy some Marvel stock, and I'm like, yeah, sooner or later it'll go back up, and I get to own part of the company.
Yeah.
And I guess you own part of the company. It's like virtual.
Is that what it is?
It's
yeah.
like Bitcoin. Like I have money, but I don't really have money. Yeah, and that was the only news. And then the Cody Rhodes lashing thing was really interesting.
Actually, yeah, that surprised me because I heard that whole, I stopped watching AEW for a while because it was getting ridiculous for me.
I watched clips of that too, and I wait till I watch Simon Miller talk about it.
Right.
And they do an up and down, and I'm like, oh, I'm going to watch that segment online. I'm going to watch that segment online.
Right.
And then there are the segments I watch, but none of the other guys are intriguing me. They keep pushing the Hangman Page like drunk.
Yeah, I don't care.
I don't think he's good enough pulling it off. It stinks because I love Kenny Omega, and the Bucks are great.
Yeah.
But there's nothing intriguing on that. Jericho's killing it. Moxley's killing it, but now they're doing this eye for an eye match,
which I don't know what that is.
But I have to admit the lashing really stood out. I sat there and watched that whole entire segment. Cody Rhodes is amazing.
Yeah, he actually surprised me.
He's not the greatest wrestler. I mean, he can pull out some good matches. Good storyteller. He's not like a worker wrestler.
Yeah.
But I thought it was really well done. I think they're coaching MJF. I think that's why he's getting better as a heel.
Yeah.
He's fantastic. He's great.
He's gotten better. Because before it was just like the stereotypical heel stuff, just insulting the crowd and just being like a jerk, like a douche,
Well,
And now it's like the whole, Cody's got to go through these trials, and I have demands and stuff to fight him, and I'm sitting there going like, okay, I know we were bitching about having like a GM character, but this is kind of ridiculous. So I wasn't getting into that, but the lashing thing actually worked out well.
But you know what it is, though? Without the GM, they created this story because you want to wrestle me? Well, you're going to have to jump through hoops to wrestle me.
Right. And
I'm not going to wrestle you. And he won't sign a contract unless he jumps through these hoops.
Yeah.
If there was a GM, some dude would walk out on there, he's like, your match is next Wednesday. And it's like, oh, well, you just killed everything.
Right.
Kind of like the Drew Galloway thing, walking out, and he's like, I'm going to wrestle Brock Lesnar. It's like, thanks, dude. Thanks for killing all that, and Brock's is not going to be on TV for almost 2 months.
Right.
And this sucks now. Like, now what are you going to do? So then he crushes Mojo Rawley. Mm-hmm. And, it was Mojo this week, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And that made no sense. And then his offensive lineman was standing outside. And I was like, all right, well, that killed that whole story.
Very cool.
But apparently he injured himself playing the offensive lineman in the episode the week before.
Yeah, I don't know how the hell he even did that.
But I thought it was really well done. I'll tell you now, Cody's a champ. Man, he was bleeding from the back. He took some wops.
He took some hits.
Especially, what's his name? Wardlow?
I think it's Wardlow.
Whatever the hell your name is. Glowworm.
Yeah.
Dude, that one where he just put everything into him and he just started bleeding out the back. That was rough.
Yeah. So yeah, that was interesting. And then they have some kind of pay-per-view or something coming up, right?
Yeah.
That's this month?
Yeah, that's coming up. Is that Full Gear? Is that their?
I think that's what it is.
Is that their annual pay-per-view now? Is Full Gear?
Yeah.
Jericho versus Moxley is shaping up to be really good. I'm going to watch it. I'm not going to say I'm not going to watch it because pay-per-view wise, they kill it. Their pay-per-views are great.
Mm-hmm.
I definitely am looking forward to it now. And I think what it is too, we were talking about MJF. I think Matt did a great thing. He was saying that MJF was doing too much. And I think that's where the coaching is. I think they're toning him down a bit and making him more like, instead of a goofy, annoying heel, he's just a straight up old school heel. I think he's doing a great job. Besides that, AEW, you got to pick up your game, man. There's nothing else really interesting me at all.
Yeah, it's mostly the storylines. I'm just not into it. You know what I mean? Like the Dark Order thing, it's so touch and go.
It's not going to be interesting until Matt Hardy gets released and shows up there.
I know. That's just like the inevitable thing.
And Matt Hardy's going to kill it when he goes there.
Even if he doesn't do the broken thing, he'll jump into something else and he'll get that over.
Here's my question: is Jeff done too?
Last I heard, he was injured. I haven't heard anything about that.
Do they have the same contract, and is his contract up? I don't know.
Well, usually what happens if somebody gets injured, WWE extends their contract to be like, you owe us this time type of thing. So if he's not done wrestling entirely, then he'll be back and probably on WWE television, at least for a little while.
No, I didn't know if Broken Matt Hardy shows back up, which, on AEW, which they desperately need. They need a second-tier heel that's big.
Mm-hmm.
And he's such an odd character. He's going to be that bad guy that gets cheered. Like, MJF is getting just booed out of the building, which is great. It's great. But I was wondering if the Willow character will come back. You know,
What's the Willow character?
It was basically like after Matt Hardy beat Jeff, and Jeff basically had to be his his protege for a while. He was doing the contacts where he couldn't see his eyes.
Okay, yeah, I remember that.
Which
I didn't know they called him Willow.
I think it was. I could have sworn it was Willow. I can't.
Was it Nero?
Brother
Nero?
Yeah.
Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, maybe.
Okay.
Right.
I was like, what the hell's
you know
Willow?
I saw that on. I had a Disney Network on. Maybe that's what it was. I apologize. I'm still trying to.
That's all right. Hey,
no,
invent a new character.
And I apologize to all the people who watched me last week. I went straight from the gym to here, and I watched myself. I looked like a crackhead on that show. I could not stop moving that whole episode. Like, just stop! I was watching. It was like, stop moving. I'm like checking my phone.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, that was bad. That was bad, man. Pre-workout, dude. I was like. It's like the closest to like methamphetamine you can be on. Jesus.
Right.
Besides that, I thought the Fiend Goldberg segment was actually really great.
I was a little disappointed that it wasn't live, like it was just like TVs, on the big screen or whatever. But other than that, I thought it surprised me. I didn't think he was going to go after the Fiend. That's crazy. I'm assuming that's going to be like a Super Showdown thing.
Yeah, it's a Super Showdown thing, but if the Fiend beats Goldberg and put that on his resume,
yeah. I'm assuming that's what this is. They're building up the Fiend for whatever comes next. They're assuming Roman or whatever.
You know what, man? Like, I'm not a fan of Roman. I'm not going to be happy if he loses, but I think if they can build up him and he wins at Mania against Roman, and then I think they should bring up somebody totally different to beat the Fiend, like someone who's never...
Something you wouldn't expect.
Yeah. And then I don't know who.
I don't know who, yeah. The only thing is, like... it's going to have to be because Goldberg can't work like a full. Like you're not going to get the Fiend and Daniel Bryan like you got at the Royal Rumble. You're going to get like a weird Goldberg match, and Goldberg's like 50-50. Like you saw that whole thing with the Undertaker, but then his match with Brock at Mania was great. So I'm thinking Bray Wyatt just goes out there and squashes him.
I don't think he goes out and squash. I think Goldberg's going to come out and he's going to hit him with the spear and the jackhammer, and then he's going to sit up out of it.
Yeah.
I just don't know how they're going to transition into Fiend just putting the mandible claw on him and finishing him. I don't see this match lasting more than 5 minutes.
No, definitely not.
It's going to be like that Goldberg. It's going to be cool where it was like that Goldberg Lesnar from Mania type thing where it's just 4.5, 5 minutes of just what the hell did I just watch? And it's over, which sometimes is better than a 20-minute. AJ Styles Finn Balor match. I loved that Mania match. I thought it was one of the best matches on that card. Yeah, because when you put two big powerhouses in the ring, and I guess everybody makes fun of him, Lesnar can go. Yeah, and they did just enough to make that really interesting. Lesnar puts him on his back. It's over. Match done. I was like, that was awesome. And I was done. Like, it was great. Yeah. I'm trying to think what else. The Daniel Bryan character morphing into even more violent character is kind of interesting.
Yeah, beat the crap out of Heath Slater. Holy hell. It's like all he did was say, hey, you shouldn't have done that. Like, that was pretty much it. And he just beat the crap out of him for like 5 minutes. He went back to the
American Dragon. Now I don't even know what this character is. I guess it's a more amped up version of the American Dragon.
Yeah, just a crazy Daniel Bryan.
I like it.
Yeah, it's good. It was one of the more entertainings on SmackDown this week.
Besides that, I'm looking forward to Otis on Valentine's Day.
Yeah, that whole training segment was great.
Otis is just amazing.
Like, it's so dumb, but it's so entertaining. Him trying on different suits, and he's got Mandy Rose's shirt on, and it's like that. His belly is great. He's like pressing a keg and all this other stuff. It's great.
I just think they need to take him out of the tights. It's kind of unnerving for me, but I know why they're doing it.
It accents everything else.
Yeah, the comedy aspect type thing.
Right.
I get it.
Yeah, I'm curious to see I'm actually curious to see what's going to happen. If it's just going to be like a ridiculous date, or is it going to be like, she does something. It's like, oh no, I just want to be friends, and she gets booed and all this other stuff. I don't know what's going to happen, but I'm curious to see what.
Well, they were teasing Ziggler for a minute, and they kind of faded away from that.
Yeah. So
does he come back in the picture, and then they feud with Bobby Roode and Ziggler?
Maybe.
I wouldn't mind it, and put both the guys on TV more.
Team Rudolph.
Rudolph.
Who called him that? Was that Simon Miller?
I don't know. Somebody's been calling him, and it's sticking now.
It's sticking now. Yes, that's that good. Rudolph. Ruby Riott came back.
She looked fantastic.
Yeah.
I was really happy. I'm kind of sad that they didn't put her in the Rumble. I think she would have got a bigger pop on the Rumble.
Yeah.
I'm happy she's back. I think she's one of those, like, different females, kind of like an Asuka, where, like, people back her up because she's not the norm.
Yeah, she's not just another girl in like a, I don't even know what they call that, sports bra, I guess.
Yeah.
Or whatever.
The heavy tattoos. She's definitely it gives girls someone else to look up to.
Yeah.
Besides, like a Charlotte who looks like a giant Barbie doll or whatever. It gives them something else to look at.
Right.
Like Asuka. Asuka's different nationality, tiny. She doesn't have like this ripped body. She goes out there and just murks people. She's the best. Speaking of Charlotte, I thought that segment fell flat on NXT.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen with that. The whole Bianca Belair thing, it was weird having her involved at all.
Yeah. And it didn't, none of their personalities had like none of them meshed well.
No.
All three of them didn't mesh well at all. Like Charlotte definitely doesn't have the chemistry she has with, Becky or one of the other people that she wrestles.
I think it'd be a good match, Charlotte and Rhea, especially if they go NXT style with it.
Are they teasing possibly a 3-way for Mania, bringing Bianca Belair in there? Because they really showed her at the Rumble.
At the Rumble,
she
yeah,
looked great. So
maybe
I'm not a fan of her. I don't like the way her style of talking or anything. I'm not a fan. People love her. She's a hell of an athlete.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, and then I guess Carmella's wrestling for a title now. I guess that's to like slow down the bill for Naomi versus
Bailey.
Bailey,
yeah. I don't know if this is going to be just on SmackDown randomly, or is there still another pay-per-view between Super Showdown and Mania?
I think there's Fastlane in it. Fastlane's usually the one.
Is it Fastlane or is it Elimination Chamber?
Oh no, it's Elimination Chamber. It is.
Yeah.
Because I might be going.
Oh really?
Yeah, I'm still waiting. Because I work for Live Nation, the guy who runs the venues, he gets better work perks than Nick Berk. They'll just offer him tickets, so I am on call for that day.
Nice.
He's going to let me know sometime that afternoon. Knowing him, I'll be walking into work, and he's like, "Hey, you want to go to Elimination Chamber?" I'm like, "Damn it!" The girl I work with, I'm like, "You're on your own." I'm just like dancing out the building. Yeah, so I may be at Elimination Chamber. That's in Philly.
That's cool.
Usually Fastlane's the one right before, but I forgot the Elimination Chamber's the other one.
I guess they mixed it all up with the Saudi show.
Is that what it is? That there's no other pay-per-view besides the Saudi one, and then boo.
Yeah, that's not until the end of the month too, so we got some time for that. It's like 2 or 3 weeks.
Elimination Chamber's like the second week of March. It's the 8th. It's March 8th.
Unless they're going to try and squeeze in Fastlane, I don't know. Might be a little too much.
That's a match I'd rather see, though, is Bianca Belair versus Naomi. Both of them are like super athletes. That would be a really cool match.
It would be cool. Yeah, if they just mixed everything up. How about Angel Garza made his debut on Raw?
Oh, he did. That's right.
Yeah, with he had a match with Rey Mysterio. It was really good. I thought it was good.
What did I do Monday? When did I see Raw? Did I work? I think I worked the show Monday. I can't remember. I've been working so much. Work tonight. I work 2 shows in a row. Work at the other bar Wednesday night. I'm off Thursday night, which I'll probably end up picking up a show at the TLA. And I work this new EDM venue on Friday, Valentine's Day, because I'm a loser. And then I work the Institute again, and then I go work. I'm possibly working the EDM club again that Sunday. I'm going to talk to my new manager, see if he needs me, which is one of my friends. Hey, buddy, do you need me? No? Okay, I'm not going to work. Listen to dubstep for 6.5 hours. Which I still don't understand the whole dubstep culture.
No, I'm not a fan.
I don't get the scarves. I don't get like the clothing. I don't get the girls in no clothing. I don't know. I don't get the way they all just move like in one pattern. It's really like coldish and creepy when you see it. Yeah, we were just sitting there like in awe, like right near the end. Myself and 2 of the female bartenders I was with, who work with me at the film were also. And I'm like, "Are you watching what I'm watching?" I'm like, "This is weird." And they're all just moving, like they do this whole like
wow,
and they all do it, and they all just move. So it looks like this wave of people just moving back and forth, and it's really weird. And then of course there's light sticks and hula hoops, and some dude was juggling like multicolored like LED balls for anybody who's on a lot of like psychedelics. And I eat a lot of pretzels because nobody ate the pretzels, so I eat a lot of pretzels. So I can't remember what I did Monday. I remember Raw was a solid Raw, but I didn't enjoy it. I didn't really get into it. I miss AJ.
He's hurt now, right?
I miss AJ. I miss Samoa Joe. Like the guys, all the guys. Like the whole reason why I watched SmackDown was I was a big AJ fan, and like then he left SmackDown, and it's kind of been blah since he left. And now like Raw, but they weren't really doing anything with the OC in the end anyway. So
yeah.
And now it's going to be Drew McIntyre, who I keep calling Drew Galloway. I don't know why I keep calling him by
he flipped around a lot, so.
It's basically a Drew McIntyre show, and I don't know anything else that's going on Raw.
Well, there's a lot of enhancement talent stuff going on, like with Apollo Crews and who was that guy? It was Eric Young that fought Aleister Black. Like it's a lot of those matches now. I'm noticing. Like,
well, I know Heyman's trying to build up all these characters and make sure finishers actually mean something.
Yeah.
So they can stop doing the finisher kickouts like 30 times in a match.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what Aleister Black's being designed for. But I don't even know what they're doing with him now, because the rumor was he was supposed to win the Rumble, and then they switched to McIntyre, and now Aleister Black's now in another holding pattern. I saw Apollo Crews wrestle, which that caught me off guard.
Yeah.
I forgot he was even in WWE. Same with freaking Heath Slater.
Yeah. Slater just comes out of nowhere.
I'm trying to think what else happened. Ciampa. Oh, Velveteen Dream came
Velveteen
back.
Dream, that's right, yeah. That was cool.
Really cool Titantron type video with the
three circles,
and then
yeah.
It came into his glasses. He came out and wrecked shop. Tommaso Ciampa looked great. I still see the day after Mania, the way it looks like it's going, day after Mania, I think Undisputed Era is going to be showing up on Raw or SmackDown.
Maybe.
Hopefully SmackDown, because they need the star power. But I got a feeling they're more tailor-made for Raw.
They need to call up Shayna Baszler. That needs to happen already. Like, she needs to be on Raw or SmackDown just to wreck house.
Well, they're not even featuring her in anything. I think what they're doing is I think they're going to keep her, I don't know if they're
under the radar kind of thing.
Under the radar thing, so when she pops up on Raw also to go after Becky, I think that's going to be more of a surprise. I don't know. They still haven't even said who Becky's wrestling. Is it going to be Shayna or is it going to be...
Well, they're setting up a thing with her and Asuka.
Again,
but I don't know if that can't be for Super Showdown, most likely.
It is.
So,
That's
is
Super
it?
Showdown, yeah.
They're going to have them in Saudi Arabia?
I think that's the rumor.
That's the...
I think the rumor they're going to have Asuka and Becky wrestle a Super Showdown, which I'd rather see more than half the Super Showdown matches, because they killed it on the Rumble. That was one of the highlights of the Rumble, was their match.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know anything else going on.
No, I don't know.
Like I said, man, main thing I've been watching is just all the WWE business stuff.
Mm-hmm.
What's going to happen in the network? The XFL's coming out soon. You know, Vince McMahon's like a crazy person firing people over the network. And what happens to Raw and SmackDown once the XFL starts? Like, is that like the Triple H and Paul Heyman show now, and we finally get...
I don't know how Vince is managing his time. You know, how much he's going to be involved with wrestling, or how much he's going to be involved with the XFL. Is he going to just let, like, some other people, it's like, hey, this is what I want done, go do it?
Yeah.
You know?
Because NXT felt like almost like in a holding pattern, too, on Wednesday, with the exception of, like, Velveteen Dream coming back.
Mm-hmm.
There was... Keith Lee just came out and shook David Kojak. I'll never gonna say it.
Dajakovic.
That's it, David.
It's
Kojak.
not.
I don't know why. It's like me with you with your Japanese names. There's a weird segment where they beat up. Wow, did he fall quickly too? What's his name from Japan?
Kushida?
Yeah.
Yeah, they just literally...
just beat up Kushida. I was like,
I was watching World Culture Wrestling. It's like, they literally threw him in the trash.
Yeah.
He was like the hottest thing in Japan, and now he's in the trash.
Do you think it's just like an issue? Like maybe they're not getting along or like something?
I don't know. Maybe they just don't have everything for him. I don't know. They're just not getting that guy over.
Fantastic match with Cassius Ohno. And then he was in the tag team tournament, and I was like, oh, Alex Shelley's back. This is awesome. They lost.
And nope.
and now the Broserweights with their new Broser mobile.
It's different. I like it.
I like it.
It's silly, but it's one of those good seasons. Huh?
It's head cheese.
Head cheese, yeah. That's kind of what it is.
This is going way back for you kids. So.
Al Snow and Steve Blackman, man.
Right, late 90s, early 2000s, they tried to get Steve Blackman over because he was a solid wrestler, great build, good look.
But no personality.
No personality, so they put him with Al Snow, and they were doing these segments where Al Snow was trying to teach him personality to all of it. He called their name Head Cheese, and it didn't get over. Well, it was purposely not supposed to get over.
Right.
And he was trying to force Blackman. And that never went anywhere. Wasn't it supposed to be like in the end, Blackman was supposed to wrestle Al Snow or something like that, turn heel and beat up Al Snow?
I don't even remember, man. It was a long time ago.
But he would come out with people in cheese costumes and all that, and Blackman would just scowl. That's all he would do. And it was like, so now you have Matt Riddle playing the goofy character, and
Pete Dunne's just all stoic and just straight faced.
He says bad like smoking pot puns, and then Matt Riddle gets all excited, which is fun. Yeah. I'm enjoying it.
Yeah,
it's better than them just having him win again, Pete Dunne win again, or about to win and someone turning on him.
Yeah,
I don't know where it's going to go, but I see them taking the belts at Takeover.
Mm-hmm.
And then I see someone taking the belt off Adam Cole. I guess it's Ciampa, and then they disappear and they show up on Mania.
Mm-hmm. This is like the Undisputed Era has kind of been a losing streak right now. They lost with the Dusty Classic, and then what's his name? Strong lost the North American title. Now if they lose the tag titles at when is that? Is that next week? The Takeover?
Don't know.
I think it's next Sunday.
I'm a terrible wrestling fan.
Pretty sure it's next Sunday, but that's probably happening then. And then all they need is to get the belt off Cole.
Yeah.
And then they're free to do whatever they want with them.
Yeah, it's kind of tough that we do a once a week thing, trying to pick like segments, and then it's like, oh yeah, there's a pay-per-view coming. Is there?
It's hard to keep up with everything.
Yeah, it's like I don't know how these guys do the content every single day. It's like, dude. Well, Simon Miller finally admitted he has a Patreon, and that's the only thing keeping him alive besides what he gets paid from his hits through YouTube, and Wall Culture has to pay him. But like, hey, dude, I don't know how these guys do it.
I mean, when it's your job to do it, like they don't have day jobs; they just do the the news sites and stuff like that. So, and plus they have like way bigger production than us, so they have people actually behind these cameras that can hold up a card or something like that, or they'll have notes that are off screen or something like that. We don't do any of that. We could do that. I don't know why we don't do that, but we put like zero preparation into this show. It's just like
sit in my bare apartment where I still haven't put art on it in 5 years. I have hats on the wall. That's it.
There you go.
And DVDs have been sitting behind this chair for a year that were supposed to be donated. My buddy never picks them up. Like it was production value. Like they have all these teams behind them, and then, my buddy explained it to me because he worked for a YouTube like content, and it was like video games, and then something happened and they just tanked.
Yeah,
they just tanked. It was all when what do they call that? The advertising apocalypse. They did that with
the apocalypse.
Yeah, when it like destroyed all the YouTube content, how they were paying and demonetizing, and
they're still changing everything.
But I'm just trying to think, man. Like besides that. I'm thinking, because we're doing this on Sundays now, I was thinking maybe we should predict something that actually happens the week before and see if it happens.
That'd be kind of cool. Okay. It'd be awesome. This isn't really a prediction, but it would just be just so out of left field. What if instead of Charlotte facing Rhea Ripley at WrestleMania, she's just like, I can go after any title I want. I'm going after Adam Cole. They would never do it, I don't think, but it would be awesome if she's just like, I said I was going after the NXT title. What's wrong with you people?
To go after Blanchard's whole thing.
What is it?
To go after Tessa Blanchard for her winning the Impact title.
I mean, it would make sense.
Though? That should have been a huge deal, but because they all got squashed because apparently she's racist. So now, like, nobody even talks about that. It was a huge deal. She won. Like,
she won. Yeah, she won. That's the first time ever, right?
Yeah, like the
biggest, Impact title, at least
since the China winning the Intercontinental. There's never been anything like that
for like a major title. Yeah.
Yeah.
And everybody just it's like, oh no, she's racist and she's a bully and all this other stuff. There's been interviews with her. I haven't listened to any of them. If she's denying this or if she's apologizing or anything like that, I have no idea.
No, I think we were joking about it. She just said she was going to dig up dirt on the people talking trash on her, and she was going to go after them. And I think that's pretty much.
Yeah. Well, she's still the champ as of right now, so I'm guessing they're just going to let it ride.
Yeah.
But yeah, it should have been a way more bigger deal than it was. WWE hasn't really had an intergender match in forever, unless you count James Ellsworth, which no one does.
No.
But honestly, Charlotte versus Adam Cole, I'd pay to see that.
She's taller than him too.
Yeah.
Isn't she by at least 2 inches?
Yeah.
Like,
so I mean,
I was gonna say, man,
that's a Mania match.
That was hysterical. That was something I had to admit, man, because like Matt's really big on that. Is like the whole size thing, which me size never made anything because of the way the Indies like took over wrestling.
Mm-hmm.
But when Undisputed Era stood next to Imperium,
oh yeah,
and Walter was standing there. They looked like children next to Walter. I was
yeah.
like, wow, is that guy big?
He's a big boy.
I was like, either that or they're really tiny. What was the other one that I really enjoyed? They were Undisputed Era were talking to someone, and Roddy just kneed the dude in the face. And I can't remember where, like when they were going around looking for
the backstage, yeah.
This was after they beat Kushida up, and I can't remember who it was. Roddy it was that
big dude.
The big dude who's an Australian wrestler that they've been using, a real wide kid. Dude, he clocked this dude in the face. That was so pretty.
Who was the kid that they shaved his head? That was getting a random haircut backstage?
Dude, since when was Roddy such a bully?
I don't know. Here, you look stupid anyway.
Maybe he was just he was like talking about, I think I'm going bald. Well, just shave your head. We can use it in a segment. I'm predicting this week. I think Mandy turns on Otis.
Yeah,
I think she does something really mean to Otis and laughs at him like, I would never get with someone like you. And I don't know if it's going to be Ziggler, but I think it's going to be another wrestler she's going to pull out, and then that builds a feud for Otis and Tucker.
The Ziggler thing would make sense.
And I think it's actually going to push Otis into a singles run, and I think Tucker's going to fade into the background. So I predict Mandy turns on him, because I think since we're doing these on Sundays now, we should try predicting some kind of segment and see if any of us actually get it right.
Yeah, why not?
Because I screwed up for the Rumble saying Adam Cole was going to win, and he wasn't even in the Rumble.
I mean, nobody predicted McIntyre was going to win.
Nobody did. And I like that. I like that it was someone new. I like it was someone different.
Yeah.
Because everybody thought it was going to be Roman.
Mm-hmm. I'm glad it wasn't. This is way better.
Yeah.
Yeah, so...
Besides that, I hate what's going on with the Intercontinental title.
Yeah, I don't understand that at all.
I don't even remember who has the U.S. title. Yeah.
Crap, who does?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh, is it, No, it was, not Garza, the other one, the, Andrade.
And Andrade.
And who the hell did he lose it to?
He didn't lose. Didn't lose the belt. Then he get suspended.
Does he still have it?
He has the.
Oh, okay.
Somebody got busted for the wellness policy.
Yeah.
Probably was smoking that little wacky weed.
Well, I don't know. That's weird now because Hornswoggle came out and was like, "Yeah, I filled the wellness policy, but all it was that I couldn't provide a sample." So it's not necessarily like, I was on drugs. No, I didn't have to go. I didn't have to pee right then. And you apparently have to be able to give them a sample right then and there, which is the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
I thought it's like when you do any kind of pee test, like they just hand you a bunch of water and make you like down it and sit there, and it'll come out every like 20 minutes. Be like, you ready? So you're telling me they just walk up and like go,
yeah,
and you're like, I can't. Well, that's it. You're done. 30 days. See you. See you.
I don't know. Maybe they do. Maybe they give you an hour or something like that. But apparently they couldn't provide a sample and. They were like, that's it. So I don't know. Or maybe he's just smoking pot. Who knows?
A lot of times it's weed, which really blows my mind that they're busting these guys for weed.
Yeah.
Like, it's like, really, they can't use the painkillers anymore. They can't do any of this stuff. Like,
right.
And they're just smoking weed, and that's your, like, stop. Just, There's so much worse than smoking weed.
Yeah. Well, how much time we got, man?
We did 30 minutes, 35 minutes. Yeah, we rock it through because there's not much going on in wrestling.
Right.
I don't know anything else that's going on.
No, I think we're...
Yeah, Goldberg, The Fiend. That's pretty much it.
Yeah.
Segment. I'm just thinking the segment just made me laugh though when like Goldberg screamed "You're next," and then they cut to The Fiend. He just leans back. He's like, "Well, that was really nice." and then it goes right into like to let me in stuff, which was great. So I don't know how they're going to do the build up. I guess Goldberg's going to stay wherever he is in Atlanta or wherever he lives now, in his garage.
Yeah. What the hell?
Video himself and buy his cars and his weight bench. And, The Fiend will just do segments, and it works, so The Fiend doesn't have to be on television. He gets his little, minute and a half clips, and they could still build it from there without any interaction. I don't know where Daniel Bryan's going. I don't really care about Roman and the Usos, because it seems like they're still fighting Baron Corbin.
Why, and how? Why are they still doing this?
Rusev. Have you heard about Rusev?
Yeah, he posted something on his Twitter. He changed his bio to soon-to-be free agent. What the hell's that about?
I think it's a work.
It's a work, you think?
I think it's a work. Well, what's he going to do? Get out of his contract and leave his wife in the company? Because her contract's extended.
Oh. I didn't even know that.
Yeah, so...
I don't know. Maybe it is a work.
I think it's a work. I think he's trying to get more money out of him. I heard the rumor is Vince McMahon will not end the Bobby Lashley feud unless he gives in and actually signs a contract, so we'll never get a resolution to that actual feud.
Is there a resolution? They already had 2 matches. Lashley won both of them.
I guess they were going to do a big blow off where Rusev finally wins, but
I guess
Lana's already not feuding with the other one anymore.
Yeah, with Liv Morgan or with
how do you do that? Does Ruby Riott just crush Liv Morgan, who just came back?
Yeah.
Shows a lot of faith in that girl.
That was a letdown.
And then that's all I know.
That's pretty much it.
Yeah, wrestling kind of lame. It was solid.
Everything was everything was entertaining. It wasn't anything mind blowing. Yeah. They had a couple good matches here and there, but I'm trying to think what else happened on NXT. I remember enjoying it, but.
That's what I mean. You had the 3-way segment with the girls, which I was not a fan. They had the Broserweights came out and did a talking segment. They had it was a lot of big segments. And, Angel Garza is now competing again. He beat Swerve in a really good match.
That's right. Yeah, that was really good.
I guess he's competing for the Cruiserweight title again, which didn't make sense that he was on Monday night, and then he's already going to bring the Cruiserweight title to Raw.
Maybe they're just going back and forth.
Jordan Devlin came out and wrestled
Dijakovic
beat Killian Dane, which I don't understand why Killian Dane never came back to NXT, because all they're doing is having him job out to everybody. I think he should be on the UK brand, and he could be a killer on the UK. Oh, imagine him versus Coffey. Him and Joe Coffey. Oh, it'd be so good.
That'd be great, yeah.
So good. That's it, man. I don't know anything else. So wrestling was boring. No,
I enjoyed it. Oh, Ricochet. Ricochet's going to be taking on Lesnar at that Super Showdown thing.
Lesnar loves his payoffs.
Yeah. Honestly, I'm looking forward to that. I know Ricochet's not going to win. There's no way, but...
give him 10 minutes.
If that. But, Lesnar loves the little guys,
Well, he does great programs with them. He sells for them. He makes them look like they could actually beat him, And then they get in all kinds of crazy offense because they can just land on him. He's just a wall. He just grabs people and lets them do whatever they want to him, and he's really safe wrestler except for when he's suplexing people. They kept Randy Orton. That was the other thing. I think Randy Orton was the only other thing I saw. He did that whole thing where he didn't speak and walked off, which was really good. And he was starting to hit that stride where Randy Orton can be really good, and people forget that. But I think Ricochet and Lesnar is going to be fun.
Yeah.
Super Showdown, I think they're starting to finally put matches on to get people to actually watch it. If it's Becky, Asuka, and Lesnar Ricochet, I'm definitely watching both of those.
Absolutely, yeah.
I just don't know what else they're going to do. Probably some giant battle royal for a belt or a trophy that nobody cares about. I guess they're going to have another best in the world tag match or something like that. I don't know.
Everybody's the best in the world.
I don't know if that's like a slap in the face of like CM Punk, and then they just had the people that win lose, and then the other best in the world was Shane McMahon.
Yeah.
I do miss that announcer screaming "best in the world," like extending it. He's just doing this the whole time, like, or whatever. It's like I loved it. Everybody else hated it.
It was good heel stuff.
There's a rumor he's coming back.
Shane?
Yes.
In
some kind of like running capacity. There might be a rumor that he's going to run WWE while Vince is running the XFL. That's it. It's just rumors and a lot of solid segments, but nothing like no sizzle on the steak.
It's early. Yeah. It does surprise me though. Usually right after the Rumble stuff starts picking up.
But they went right back into Saudi Arabia mode, and that's the tough thing. Whenever they do that, it's like this pocket universe where like none of the matches matter and nothing going on really matters, and then it ends, and then they're gonna have to ramp. So I think Edge will definitely be off television until the Saudi Arabia pay-per-view. I don't see that and the Orton thing building up anymore. I think Shinsuke's wrestling Braun in Saudi Arabia, but that's not gonna like turn into anything. I guess somebody else is gonna wrestle Braun. I don't know. So,
well, what do you think, man? It's about time to say who wins.
Yeah.
Who wins wrestling, everybody?
So.
Who wins wrestling? Blah 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 blah. Who do you got this week? I had a kind of hard time.
I'm going with Cody.
Cody, with that segment.
Is slowly build himself, whether you like him or not, as the biggest face in wrestling right now. He's selling it, like that whole scene, which made no sense with his wife, because I thought she was a heel. Her coming over and telling me you only got one more, and he's kissing her hand and trying to muscle up. I thought it was great. I thought MJF kicking him in the nuts from behind and running out of the ring before anybody got him was great. He sold those lashings like he was being murdered. It was fantastic. He is, without a doubt, the biggest face in wrestling. Because I would say Daniel Bryan slowly starting to come into that mode again, but after what he did to Heath Slater, I have no idea where we're going with Daniel Bryan. And WWE just doesn't have a face like that. They don't. I think Cody Rhodes wins wrestling. It was him, or I would say Velveteen Dream coming back.
Yeah, that was pretty hot. I'm going to go with Jordan Devlin, just because he got the rub from Shawn Michaels. Did you hear that story?
No.
He was I don't know where the interview was, but Michaels was like, yeah, Jordan Devlin, he's the next star. He's the one that's going forward. Triple H came out and said it was was it Dijakovic?
I don't know.
Or Dragunov or something, one of those two.
Dragunov is amazing.
Yeah.
Like I said, Dijakovic, he actually said it. That was cool.
Nice.
See, I just got to not think about it. I can actually say, like you said, he's got the tools, he's got the moves, but personality-wise, he's awful. And they just got to get that going first. Dragunov, dude, that match with Finn Balor, wow. That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm just thinking about now. NXT was all segments. They had Finn Balor and Johnny
Gargano,
wrestling,
yeah.
and they just had a talking segment.
Maybe they're just building up. They're saving up all the build up for this week, so they can get to. It's not Worlds Collide anymore. It's the Takeover. It was just like a kind of holding pattern type of thing.
Yeah.
Until they are just like, all right, this week's gonna be kind of iffy, but then we got this whole thing next week.
Yeah.
So we'll see, but that's it, pretty much. I don't think we have anything else, anywhere else to go with this.
I have nothing to plug. Corey's not here to plug his show of all in Corey Castle. He probably had some wrestling on this week and didn't tell us.
But you can catch my stuff on YouTube, tinywordall.com/YouTube, Rick Connor. We're taping every episode of Rassle Rock now. You can see those up there, plus all the wrestling that I do with DCW and WPW. I'm starting to tape stuff for Dojo Wars now. That might be up there if I can get the okay to start publishing this stuff, which isn't bad. I do another podcast with Mark's sister, Karen. It's called It's Something to Do. It's a pop culture podcast. We're going over the 10th Kingdom right now, and then we're about to start doing Reaper. So that was your suggestion. Yeah. Took us a while to get there. But yeah, good show. Do I plug everything else? The t-shirt store. Teespring.com/store/Rassle-Rockets, where you can get all your Rassle Rock t-shirts, and 100% of all proceeds go to charity.
Nick Berk buys tees from there.
Yes. Check these out.
I know. I
if you can see him on the YouTube. Nick Berk, Work Park.
I think I'm going to wear mine at the Elimination Chamber when I go. People are like, who the hell is that? I was like, you wrestled for WWE like once? I forget, it was like once or twice.
I think he got squashed by Ryback or somebody.
Did he?
He was on, I remember him being on television. I don't remember who. He's told stories, like plenty of stories. Huh?
Can we find him on the network?
I think so. Might have to try that.
I'm going to find out if I can find him on the network.
Should I wrap this up, or do you want this on the air?
Let's find out.
This might be completely
I don't know.
a failure.
WWE Network is like really tough to navigate.
Yeah.
I don't care about Carmella and her boyfriend. Let's see here.
Let's set that after the bell thing. Is that what that is?
Let's do this. We're going to hit this. We're going to find out if we can find Nick Berk. Because that's what he wrestled by, right?
It might have been Nikki Benz, but we'll try Nick Berk. He's probably listening to this right now and going, nope, I'm not on there.
Oh, God, Nicholas.
Oh, we got Nicholas, yeah, Braun Strowman's tag team partner.
Nick B.E.C. Bastion Beat, Star Marie.
Yeah, probably not.
Let's try something now. Nikki.
Try Nick. Is it?
I don't know. Nikki Bella's probably going to come up.
I know, right?
Is it N-I-C-K-Y?
I imagine, yeah. Nikki.
Is that one of the... I was going to say, it's one of the, whatchamacallit.
The Spirit Squad?
Spirit Squad. That was Dolph. Oh, shit. Oops. Sorry, Nick. We're trying to embarrass you as always.
Yeah.
Kind of like when I used to embarrass Kurt Hunt, who's part of my... let's see here. Spirit Squad. Nope, no. It's all Spirit Squad.
We'll find it somewhere.
Berk.
One of these days.
I'm going to look you up. I'm going to find you. We're gonna bring you on. We're going to do... That's what we should do. We bring Nick on. We should review some of his matches with him. Or you guys. We should do old matches with you guys and review them.
We did a little bit of that for the Rassle Bell Rock thing. Me and Corey went over our match from like 99 when we were like real young and just getting into the business.
Did you wrestle each other or?
No, it was different people, and it was just awful. But you can find that on YouTube.
Yeah. All right, man. We're gone.
All right, that's about it, man.
Tired.
We're going to bed. We will see you guys next week. That'll do it for this episode of Rassle Rock. I'm Rick Connor.
Mark Howard.
And goodbye.